Jeff Banks, Banks Consultancy, not your ordinary accountants. Tidbit of the day. In last year's budget, the government gave small business a big incentive to buy assets. It's called the accelerated depreciation provisions. So if we bought a piece of equipment that was worth less than $6,500, we can actually claim that as an outright deduction in this year's tax return rather than depreciating it over a period of time. If we bought a piece of equipment, and we're not talking about motor vehicles here because there's a separate amount of legislation in regard to those. If we bought a piece of equipment that's worth, say, $10,000, we can get a $6,500 tax deduction and we depreciate the other $3,500 using the normal small business depreciation rules. Cars, on the other hand, are limited to a $5,000 outright deduction. So if you buy a second-hand vehicle that's worth less than $5,000, instead of depreciating it, we can get a tax deduction for it right now. If you buy a more expensive vehicle, then the first $5,000 of that car becomes tax deductible and the rest is deductible at the normal accelerated depreciation rates that are allowable for small business. If you have any trouble understanding these provisions, please contact us at Banks Consultancy, where we'll try and help you understand these provisions and sort out what needs to be done. Jeff Banks, Banks Consultancy, not your ordinary accountants.